Hey y'all, so today I'm going to show you how I made a stuffed chicken meal for my family and friends and I. So this is the chicken breast. I first start off by washing my meat. You wash it with vinegar. If you don't wash your meat, I'm gonna assume you don't wash your ass because that's dirty. You wash it with vinegar. If you don't have vinegar, you can use lemon, lime. If you don't have that, you can use salt. And if you don't have that, I learned today that you can use flour. So now I'm just taking the fat off the chicken while still having it in the vinegar water. Now this is optional. You don't have to take the fat off, but I saw it, so I decided to take it off. Now it's time to rewash it with just water to make sure you get all that vinegar off. Now these breasts was huge. I was jealous. Due to them being so big, I had to cut them in half. I am feeding 5 people though, so it makes sense. Since I gotta stuff this chicken like your mama got stuff for you to be here, I gotta figure out the right way to cut it. Here I'm just kind of playing around with it, trying to figure out how I want this cut. This is harder than it looks. I was not getting anywhere. The chicken was just being hard-headed, or I was being hard-headed. One of us was being hard-headed, so I had to call in reinforcements. Thankfully, I finally started cutting the chicken due to my reinforcements. That right there is perfect. You're just trying to cut it so you can stuff it. That's it. It's seasoning time. Now, me personally, I season until my ancestors tell me to stop, but hey, do you. For my seasonings, I used onion powder, garlic powder, sazon, and I used Maggi seasoning salt with Cajun seasoning. You're gonna rub the seasoning all over the meat, even where the stuffing is going. Make sure you get every crevice of your meat. Now it's stuffing time. For some reason, you need to be Hercules to open this cream cheese. This was so damn hard to open. After finally getting it open, there was still more. Now I'm adding the shredded cheese. Again, add until your ancestors tell you to stop. I have no measurements or nothing, I'm just going off my ancestors. This is fresh, uncooked, raw broccoli. You're just going to cut it up into tiny little pieces and throw it in the bowl. The amount of strength you gotta have to mush this is crazy. So I was like, yeah, no, it's going in the microwave to soften it. That made it so much easier. Now for the stuffing of the chicken. This you have to play around a bit with. You have to like kind of mold it to the way you think it's gonna close and fit. You gotta play around with it. Toothpicks are optional, but you see the way I cut this chicken. For me, it's not optional. Now just use your fingers and just stuff it in there. Y'all should know about that. Anyways, not too much. Expect to get a little messy cooking this. There's just no escaping it. Wash your cutting boards with bleach, especially if you only got one. So now I'm just cutting up the veggies. Make sure you gut the bell peppers. I did different colors because it's pretty. The goal is to cut them all up into squares. Like, you see how symmetrical they are? That's exactly how it should be. A tip for cutting onions so that you don't cry, do not cut the eye. I swear that helps me so much. After cutting the onion, you're going to peel it layer by layer. That should be really easy. Now, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Season until what? Exactly. Your ancestors tell you to stop. I put basically the same seasonings that I put on the chicken except for that ranch. After that, you're going to drizzle some olive oil all over your vegetables, and then you're going to mix it up and put it to the side while you start to brown your chicken now. In the pot, I poured a little bit of oil and then like a spoon of butter. And I know y'all hear that sizzling. I just wanted you guys to hear the sizzling. Remember, you're just trying to brown it. You're not cooking it on the stove. You're just trying to brown it. That's it, just to give it some color. My stepmom thought it was pretty, so she wanted to record it. Now it's back to your veggies. You're going to put this on a baking sheet because you're going to put this and your chicken right in the oven. And you need a wine break. Take some wine. Cheers. Everybody has their own way of cleaning and cooking rice. This is just how I do it. I poured as much rice as I thought I was going to need to feed everybody, and I just poured regular water, and I needed more, so I added more. But as you can see, the water is kind of white still. All I'm doing is roughing it around, scrubbing it, trying to get all the starch off of it. I did this about 3 to 4 times. When it comes to the water and rice measurement, the way I was taught was to pour the water until it hits your first knuckle on your pointer finger. There is perfect. Then I just poured the basic butter and salt, and this is the finished product of everything. I also made basic spicy honey sauce that I just poured over the rice, and these are my friends' plates. Let's just say they really enjoyed it, ate left no crumbs, plate clean, period. And I ended my night with Ginny and Georgia and wine and tea.